All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're here, we're live, we're taking your questions. So get them in the chat box wherever it appears on your device, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so got some fun stuff this week for all of you guys, like some of the dumbest fucking statements ever fucking made. Like next level stupid. I don't know how these people function as humans, but they claim that they do. They don't. I have no idea how these people fucking put pants on. But yeah, so hopefully everyone's staying sane, staying safe out there. There will be a board giveaway this month. I'm working out the details. Should have a video out in like the next week or so about that. But we're going to give away, I think we're going to give away the Rosnell sashimi for this one. So we got that. Also, don't forget that on Instagram, if you follow me at Angry Snowboarder, we're still doing the hashtag Angry Turns contest. That goes till the 18th of the month. So you got a chance to win a set of 2022 Union Atlases written one day by me. There may be scratches on the heel cups. I tried to cover it up with Sharpie. So, yeah. That's what we got kind of going on there. But yeah, next level stupid. When we get some more people in here, we'll do it. But for now, let's try to take some questions if we can. So get them over there. And as always, super chats, get a spin of the wheel. We're still taking contest entrants for a future prize drawing. So you know you can get put in the boot if you get in on there. So we're doing prize drawings. You can also win sticker packs and stuff. I think next week we're going to add some merchandise, possibly some of the new merchandise, if my logo guy can get everything done in time for that. So yeah, working on that for everyone. Oh, God. I'm not calling Slim. I swear to God he uses a burner phone anyways. Okay, Mr. Force 10. My son broke his 8-year-old binding last week. Rides a Libtech Skunk Ape 158. He has 200 pound size 12 Solomon boots. What bindings would you match up? Thanks. So you're going to definitely need a large or a large extra large in there to go with the Skunk Ape. So with a Solomon boot, you could put him into a Solomon. So that would be like the Alibi or the Alibi Pro. Probably the Alibi Pro since he's 200 pounds. You could look at the bent metal transfer would match up well on that board, or the action. Could even probably do a core pro on there for him as well. With Rome, you want to go with a katana or a DOD at minimum, probably more like a cleaver, but the DOD should work for him. Burton, you would be looking at a cartel, and ride the C or the A8 would work on there as well. Okay. See what we got here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, God, that's a stupid question. Kevin Kim, are the Union Atlas good? I bought them, I reviewed them, and I'm giving them away. I'll let you decide. Yeah, literally. Decided the day I wrote them. Well, those are getting given away. Okay. Andreas, what are the biggest differences in how Rosnell boards with a stiffer nose and softer tails ride compared to the opposite? Do you think more brands should have this flex pattern? It makes sense when you put it on a board like the XV that's designed for hauling ass and charging, because it's going to dissipate any of that chatter in there. Plus, it gives you more power to plow through anything in your path. While that tail, you can just lean back and get it up. So as you're leaning back to get that up, that nose will hit anything and plow through it. It makes sense if it's the right board. Probably the closest to that would be the Battalion Camel 2. That feels about the same when you're riding it and how it pushes with that nose in there. So it does work. I like that flex pattern a lot for what it is. Is it for every board? No, but when you have it in the right tool, it totally works. Let's see. All right. Mega Crush 54. More companies will have plastic cores like Mervin with the Apex Orca, eco-friendly construction. Mervin's not the first to do it, actually. Nitro has been doing that for years with the coroid construction. This actually goes back, like if you actually look at different companies doing it, K2 has done it in the past. Everyone at some point has done it. I mean, Capita has that in the Super DOA as well. In there, plastic in the core makes sense on certain boards. It doesn't. Like coroid cores, yeah, they'll dampen a little bit better, but they flex more. And if they're bonded with wood and it's not bonded right, they crack. Like, you know, the new Aviator has the coroid cutouts in the nose and the tail. And for it, I mean, the Yes 2020 and the 420 have plastic in the core. You can't. Wood is still the best. It will always reign supreme, in my opinion, because of the properties of it and how it actually rides. Like when you start riding stuff with a lot of plastic in it, you're like, this doesn't feel right. You get that uncanny valley effect going on. Like you're like, you realize you're riding a snowboard, but it doesn't ride exactly right. Ugh. So, you know, there's that. So, yeah. And for anyone that caught the live premiere on Monday where I talked about bruising my arch, my foot is better. I went snowboarding today. First day since Sunday, but I definitely bruised my foot and collapsed my boot in on itself riding the new Jones Stormwolf. So, yes, I've ridden it, the new Stormwolf. So it was very wolfy, made me howl at the moon. Bite the head off of a bat, you know, shit like that. Actually, it's really a fun ride. It's definitely a cross between the Lone Wolf and the Storm Chaser. It really does feel like it fits right in between those two. It's not super long. It's not that. So this review will be dropping with the 2020 reviews in the fall for video. If you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, starting June 1st, you guys will be getting new reviews every day. And starting July 1st, you'll be getting binding reviews. So I'm just stacking all that content there for you guys to get the written reviews early. But I think September 1st we'll be getting out all that stuff. But hopefully I'll make it through the rest of the Jones stuff early next week, pick up the Yes and Now bindings, get through those. I just emailed Niche about picking up stuff and a few other companies. And I got to follow up with some more. So hopefully this fall we'll have like a normal amount of reviews, like 100. I don't think I'm going to do a big drop again this year. So, okay. Well, we got a super chat from David B. Just got the Capita Super DOA. Should I sand the edge of the top sheet to prevent the chipping issue? Any advice or other suggestions? Don't sand it. File it. Got to use a file, a very fine file. And what you're going to do, like the video I showed you, hold it at an angle and just go around that top sheet till you bevel it. You're probably going to want to do one or two passes. Don't go crazy aggressive with it. You know, you just want a nice smooth motion. You know, if you got any like little danglers, take a razor blade, you know, so like grab your razor knife and just trim it up, keep it up there. That'll help it from getting dinged and chipped in the lift line. All right, David, let's give you a spin. Alive. It's very, very alive. All right. Well, pray to the altar of snowboarding that more people will show up. There's only 100 of you in here. I'm really disappointed. This is really bad. I want more people. More people. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, we got Marty Lee. Angry. I'm trying to decide between the Jones Carbon Flagship, the Yes Pick Your Line, the LibTech Orca. I'm riding East Coast Vermont Pod, straight lining groomers, but moving out west this spring, Kirkwood, thanks. You're going to want more surface area length, not width. Rule that Orca out. Trust me on this. You're going to want more length out there. The Pick Your Line would be a solid choice, but in all honesty, I'd probably go with that Carbon Flagship. I just actually rode the Carbon Flagship today for next year, so there is some tweaks to it. I think, like, it's nothing crazy, But yeah, so I did just read this, which this one's number 24 because it's limited. But what I noticed with this is it actually rides like this year's Black Snowboard of Death, and you do notice that spoon tech in there, especially when you're initiating a turn. You can feel it slightly roll in. It's a smoother, more fluid motion in and out of the turns. Today was a really fucking crusty day with pow on top of it. It was like 2 inches of pow and heavy wet snow coming down, but it's super crusty and icy underneath. This thing gripped exceptionally well and locked in on edge. So out of what you're looking at, that would be what I would consider a very, very solid contender. So definitely check that one out, Marty. So, all right. Okay, where were we? I thought I saw something. Okay, True Love Forever. Why hasn't bamboo taken off in a big way? Here's the problem with doing like a full bamboo core. It has taken off, and they also use Polonia as well in core construction. The problem when you do like a full bamboo core is what we call organic versus inorganic flex. You get too much organic flex, which has a different rebound to it. It's a slower, more delayed rebound. You can see that in like the old Bambuya cores from K2, like in the fast plant and how they laminated everything in there. It doesn't rebound the exact same way. The other thing is great strength tip to tail when you flex it. Not so great when you land on a rock. They actually crush and compact. They're not strong. So you have to layer it. So you want to do like the aspen poplar underneath, and then you want that bamboo on top. And some companies were putting the bamboo on the bottom, and their boards would you would just see them like hit a rail, and it would have the rail dent down the length of the board. That happened to me when I was testing for Never Summer. I just started smashing cores on rails, and I'd be like, yep, got another dent. I was like, you guys got to move. You got to flip it. Oh, no, that's going to change everything. Well, what the fuck do I know? I'm just out here riding it. So, yes, there's that. Okay, so we got Ian Angelis. Have you ridden the 2022 Black Snowboard of Death yet? Yes, I have. It was actually the first 2022 board I rode this year. So they stiffened it up. It retains the same side cut and like how it rides on edge and how it transitions, but it's stiffer. This year's, in my opinion, is the better one. But I have an understanding of why they did this, because for next year with the addition of the Mega Merc coming in, the Mega Merc, near as I can tell, is probably going to ride like this year. I haven't ridden it yet. Is probably going to ride like this year's Black Snowboard of Death. So they beefed the Black Snowboard of Death up for 22 just to make it back what it is, because there's a new board in that lineup. And I feel like that's kind of where it fits in there. All right. Let's see. We got Caspian K. Thanks for nudging me towards the Battalion Magic Carpet. Got a 156 and rode it yesterday. So fun, buttering and popping, and 5 to 10 centimeters of pow in trees. Storm tonight. We'll get out there and get it. That board is actually a really fun powder twin, and I always forget about it. But when people bring it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually a really good powder twin. Even though it's camber, it's a very mellow camber, and that 3BT just funnels the snow out better, and it's so playful at the tips. You can butter. It's really on par with like your Marhar Lumberjack or even a K2 Party Platter or a War Pig in there. But let's give you a spin there, sir. The wheel lives! The wheel lives. What do we got? Oh, ouch. Oh, we're bouncing back. All right, fire cures everything. Okay, let's see. We got Coffee Espresso. I'm here, Daddy. This dude is gonna rape me at some point. Not down with that. I need some fire. I need some fire to cure him. Okay. Okay. Michael Cooling. Avran, had a chance to try out the new Prism Persimmon lenses. Having light-sensitive blue eyes, not all colors work for me. I haven't used the Persimmon. I'm still using that Prism pink for low light days. And I've ridden those on like where it's gone from a storm and it just opens up and it's bluebird. And those things didn't hurt my eyes because I do have blue eyes and I'm light sensitive. I didn't have any issues, so I'm going to assume since the Persimmon is a little darker, it's probably even better. But I haven't used them. So, all right. We got Christian Hassan getting the spin of the wheel. Oof. Things bouncing back hard. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Brian Delator asking, does anyone custom cant their bindings? Thinking about buying some foam sheets and adding to one side of the footbed with glue. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not going to give you the effect you want. Take your insole out of your boot. Take your insole. Like, hopefully you got an aftermarket one. Go to the Boot Fitting 101 video series on the channel. You can watch on how to do canting inside your boot. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to get what's called a Bontex board from tonar.com. So what it is it's actually the shape of the footbed. Usually what these are designed for is to raise you up in the boot to suck up volume. What you want to do is take it, put it on the bottom of your footbed, trace it down the middle, then cut it in half. Get the thicker one or the thinner one, depending on how much canting you want. And then what you're going to do on the outside of the footbed, you're going to put it, line it up, then run a strip of duct tape down it. That's going to give you that canting and move you in there like that. Then what I recommend is move your binding out about a ½ centimeter. And that way you're going to get the same effect as if you canted it, but you're going to get the power distribution underfoot right at the source of everything. It's not going to be minimized by going through the footbed, through the sole of the boot, and then down to the binding. Don't build a cant pad for your binding. Just trust me on that. It's not going to give you the response you want, and it's not going to work as well as you think it will. So, okay. All right, we got Lisa asking, suggestion for a women's park board like the Capita Birds of a Feather, but one with some kind of magnet traction. Thanks. Well, okay. So you want magnet traction. It's really going to come down to what camber profile you really want in there. But if you did, you could do niche snowboards, and you're going to get those traction, what they call traction bumps underneath, and but it's going to give you better contact underfoot. So what you're looking at is probably the Minx would be the one for you. And let's see, where is that? And that's a flat to early rise, but it does have 2 traction points right underfoot. Okay, so you got that option, right? Now, if you wanted to do Arbor, because, you know, they also have what they call Grip Tech with 2 contact points right underfoot. Let's see. You're going to be looking at, I'm brain farting. I'm a little tired. But what is that? It's not the Vita. Where is it? No, it's not that one. Where'd it go? Is it? Yeah. You'd be looking at like the Paparazzi. Now you could do the camber or the rocker. The rocker is more pronounced and it will steer more underfoot. Now, if you wanted to do like Mervin, you're probably better bet is to go with what is it? It's not the Gloss. Where is it? Is it the Pro Choice? What is it? No, because they changed it. It's not the Velvet. Where is it? So the late, well, let's see. No, the Pro Choice would probably be too stiff, so it's not that one. It is the Velvet. Yeah, it would be the Velvet. And so that's also asymmetrical, so you're going to have a deeper heel side cut. So when you lay it over on edge, you got that. So there's 3 options for you right there with some kind of traction technology right underfoot for you. Lisa, let's give you a spin of the wheel. Oof, ouch. What the hell? This thing is not balanced earlier. Oh, okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. Shug, what board are you most excited for? I'm most excited to be back riding my own stuff eventually. I think in 2022, like next season, I can actually get like 30 days on my own equipment. I hope. I fucking hope. That's what I'm excited for. I want to ride my old shit that's broken in. I want to ride my fucking Endeavor archetype. I want to ride my Cool Bean with my bindings. I want to ride my Telos Mike Ranquet. That's it. I want to ride my shit on my terms. So, okay. Let's see. Andrew Perry, weak knees unite. Weak knees and weak minds. Ooh, you lose. Ouch. Ian Angeles, what binding would you pair with this year's Black Snowboard to Death? I can't decide. If you're doing Union, I'd probably actually go the Felcor over the Atlas. That's my opinion. Otherwise, Rome Cleaver, Burton Cartel X, the Rome, or the Ride A10s, not the C10s, the A10s. I feel like just with the way the shape that chassis is on that, there's a little more roll to it for lateral play as well. I think that those would all match up to it. Oh, well, sweet. We got the first person winning a sticker pack. All right, so Ian, all you got to do is email me your address, info@Angry Snowboarder, and I'll get that in the mail. There are new stickers, and I should have new logos and new merchandise coming up at some point. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. Dustin Dingman. Stuck between the Arbor A-frame or the Lago Open Road for a powder board for a possible overseas trip next season. Any suggestions? By the way, the two. Between the two. So here's the thing. You have to ask yourself what flex pattern you really want to go to. So that A-frame is going to be noticeably stiffer and more aggressive than that open road. I like the open road. I feel that it's actually a far more versatile board than the A-frame. But I mean, if you just want to go like straight and haul ass and then just lay a big slash, that's kind of where the A-frame would come in. It's going to be more damp. It's going to be a harder ride. It's not going to be as fun when you get into some of those lower angle trees that they have in Japan. That's where the open road's going to come in because just it's an easier flex to use it. So you can get back on the tail and just start porpoising and keeping your speed through it as well. I'd go open road. That's me personally, though. So, all right, let's see. Dead Rambo 75. Why are you killing John Rambo? He didn't die in the last movie. They left that ambiguous. He's coming back. He's going to be 90 years old, and he's going to fight Dolph Lundgren. I know it. And Jean-Claude. And maybe Arnie. It's going to be like Expendables, but Rambo style. It's coming. Anyways, there's currently a deal on a 2021 Mountain Pig. I vouch by your top 5 free ride bids, but would need blessing from the Eggman himself. Mostly a free rider getting old. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, go for it. It wouldn't be my top pick. most people end up buying too big of a size because of the way the flex pattern is on that board. Like, you can actually size down on it. It is stiffer, but if you can get a good deal on it, it's what you want. Fucking buy it. Who cares what I think? Ivan Drago. Hey, what are your thoughts on elevated Surfcraft? Aaron Leibowitz is a fucking turd. Fuck him. Fuck his brand. Dude doesn't know how to design a snowboard, so Eric over at GP87 has to fix everything so that it actually rides good. Those are fucking GP87 boards. That's what they are. They're designed by Eric. Aaron Leibowitz, fucking turd monger. I was looking at their catalog on Zuzupopo, and they look a little wild. I remember they were mentioned, but not sure if there was some fly-by-night outfit. So he's a fucking Trustafarian from New York City, whose daddy pays for everything for him. So fuck that guy. And at one point, he claims he brought Japanese snow shapes to the United States. I was like, you're younger than me, dude. What'd you do? Go back in time and come here in the 1970s with him? Must have been doing it for a long fucking time. Like, there's better, like, quality-wise, they're good if they're the ones built at GP87. If it's any of his hand-built shit, don't fucking touch it. It's wonky as fuck. Then again, the dude rides like a 7-inch stance. I mean, he might as well fucking ride a ski blade. But overall, dude, no. You'd be better off buying some of the Gentums that are made by GP87. Those are the cheaper ones. You can buy United Shapes. Those are better. The Telus boards are better. Like, support a brand that actually supports snowboarding and doesn't fucking give a fuck about some trust funder that's lazy as fuck. Fuck that guy. He's a fucking kook. Fucking over him. Ugh. Okay. Alexei Sumik. Hey, Avran. Got the Yes Y this year. Amazing for carving on the East Coast snow. Now looking for a freestyle all-mountain board. Got size 12 feet, though, 160 pounds. Any suggestions? Thinking the Mercury. If you can wait till next year, there is a wide Mercury coming out. And that will fit a size 12 boot. And at 160 pounds, you can get something in that mid-150 range that will fit you. Otherwise, if you're trying to get something now, which a lot of stuff is sold out, I'd probably push you more towards like the wide Jones Mountain Twin, the Typo wide, the Rome National wide, stuff like that instead, just because you have a size 12 foot. It's the Mercury really, like on its best day, the biggest size can maybe fit a size 11 Burton boot if it has shrink tech. Otherwise, you're really friggin' pushing it. Okay. All right. Where were we? I feel like we're missing some questions here. All right. Churning Park, how do you know when to sharpen your snowboard edge? Okay. So what you want to do, grab your snowboard, right? There's your edge, right? That's your edge. Take your thumb, put it on the edge, and go back and forth. If it pulls a little bit of the quick up on there, you know, like it just rubs it off, it's still sharp. If it doesn't, and it feels kind of round or burred and shit, get it sharpened. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Take it in, have them run it over the belt a few times, and there you go. Okay. Matt Lenny, what board would you recommend to someone wanting to learn hard carving? So, Nidecker Mosquito, Nidecker Area, Karua Auto or Tranny Finder. Probably start with the Auto, though. Work your way up. That way it won't kill you. Those would be kind of for like soft boot carving where I would start you off on. Doesn't get you too aggressive, but you'll still be solid. Okay. Undead. Top 5 ways to jib square keer kid. I think you mean skier kids? Point it right at him and lean back. When they fall, ollie and land on them and ride down. If their head pops up on a roller, tail tap their helmet. You just ollie and do that. If you're really feeling dangerous, try to Miller flip one. Like hand plant on their head and just bring yourself around. It's always a good one as well. If they're standing sideways in the entrance to the park, put all your weight on the tail of your board. Ollie, land with all your weight on the tail of the board on the tip of their ski and try to push in so it pulls them and causes them to fall over. If it's a whole family of fat skier kids, because they roll in herds, get the domino effect. See if you can hit the first one and it takes them all down and just right across. It's the way I would do it. Ooh, reverse spin again. All right, remember to subscribe. Okay, Ivan Drago with the super chat. You should take a U-day. You work like a Japanese salary man. I took 3 days this week for myself, kind of. It's fine. I'm taking June off. I'll take the whole month off. Maybe. I have to drive across the country. Also need to find a dog breeder. Still trying to find a goddamn fucking dog breeder. Need a German Shepherd or Malinois dog breeder. Keep my options open. You can buy me a designer attack dog. Smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. All right. Where were we? Okay, Anthony Michael. Hey, got a new pair of boots online. They fit pretty good, but I get pain in the top of my foot. Is there anything I can do for that, or do they just need to be broken in more? You can take them to a shop and get them heat molded, and that might get rid of any of the pressure points in there. The other thing is open the boot up, so delace it, open it up, look down, and make sure that the liner tongue is tucked in perfectly and it's wrapping around. That could do it. Also, make sure you're not over-tightening that internal liner, or if it's boa, you're over-cranking it and shit. There's so many things to it, but realistically, unless it's absolutely cutting off circulation to your foot and completely killing you, it probably just needs to be broken in. That's really where it is. Oh, I'm not answering that question. That's fucking stupid. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, Chris H. I'm a big dude, size 13 feet and 250 pounds of pure man. I'm wanting to get another board. Got a flagship, a stump ape, swallowtail, and want something cool and fun. Party wave? Yes, but probably the Party Wave Plus. You'll probably like that slightly stiffer flex to it. It's not much stiffer, it's just slightly stiffer. But yeah, that would probably fit in with those other three perfectly for what you got. So let's see. All right, so we got 154 people in here. So I'm going to give you this week's fucking comments of stupid. Because shit got fucking dumb this week on the internet. Oh my God. My eyes bled. Bled, I tell you. Bled. This is the fucking worst. So, in November of 2015, I wrote an article on angrysnowboarder.com called Is Snowboarding Ready for This Again? Talking about how we were going to see the return of step-in bindings. November 2015, 5 fucking years ago, some dude who owns step-ins decided that he needed to comment because, he bought them now, and he's probably like $1,000 deep between his boots and bindings. So he's got to justify the fucking purchase. So, anyways, He didn't leave like one comment. He left like 40 comments, so you could tell he was rage typing, which you never want to rage type. It never ends well, you know. So, anyways, these comments are so funny. So he starts commenting, just like leaving responses to other stuff. So you got to have some kind of context for this. So, person left a comment saying, "Take a quick look on eBay prices, and you can see that there's still a steady demand for step-ins. I'm 45 and still love to ride as often as I did when I was 16. Only difference is that bending over to strap in isn't as easy as it used to be. As long as it's comfy, safe, and works, well, I'll buy some new step-ins." I was like, there's also a lot of fucking idiots selling shit on eBay as well. My response, that was in December of 2016. Now here we go, March 1st. Dude, you spend a lot of time here trashing other posts. Do you do that to make up for your lack of skills on the slopes? Perhaps you should put the keyboard away and grab a board with whatever bindings you prefer. Ah, anonymous shit-posting trolls that don't snowboard. You're the best. See an old post about something you bought because you're a kook and now have to defend it. You are the worst. That was the first one that he did. So, so he goes into this other one. Let's see. Where he talks about how after a torn meniscus, step-in bindings are a must for me. Sure, I can sit down or bend over to strap in, but why risk cutting the season short because I tweaked my knee strapping in? What? What is this? Tweak your knee strapping in? Skate off, pick front foot up, dig edge into hill, make a little shelf, perfect balance, step in, reach down, strap, right away. Like, you know, I was like, so I responded, that's cute. You have a torn meniscus and can't ride a strap binding. Must suck to be that out of shape and lazy. Now, I have no meniscus in either knee. I've got bone-on-bone grinding in there. Still fucking ride 5-6 days a week. Now, this was the one that really made me laugh the most. You are the reason for lack of technology in snowboarding. You likely get a new board every year or two just to be cool. You believe the marketing go along with whatever your friends think is cool for the year. You are clueless that the only real difference between your board and one made 10 years ago is the graphics. What? You are likely unwilling to try brand new, radically different new boards. Stormwolf, Ultra Flagship, Super Pig, War Pig, Cafe Racer, Ride Kink, Ride Wildlife, Sashimi, Slush Slasher. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. My generation was able to see radical changes in technology. Yeah, you're still alive. Like, we're in the best time ever for fucking snowboard tech, dude. I get that. We were not afraid of being seen on a board that looked different from someone else's. We embraced it. Have you not seen the new shapes coming out? I mean, look at the Karua line. By the way, I'm the one cutting through the hill squatters, strapping in to get to the features. Cool. Why do you have to ride through them? I just skate past them and strap in and go. The one that shows you how it is done while you are just sitting there. I haven't sat down to strap in since the 90s. The 90s. 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Now we're into the 2020s. 4 decades ago. 4 fucking decades ago. You get this? Yes, that old guy with tricks that you think is a loner. Actually, I just enjoy being on my board more than you. More than my butt. Oh, okay. I was like, well, all right. Like, bold claims right there. But this is the level of stupid I'm dealing with on here. So I responded with, pretty sure I clocked more days last month on snow than you've clocked in your life. Then again, you are worried about hurting your knee strapping in because you're that pathetic and out of shape. I'm sure you're the greatest snowboarder in your mind. I probably have more new boards for 2022 than you've owned boards in your life sitting here. You should really do your research before you talk out your ass to someone that knows more and rides more than you. Sucks to suck, Buttercup. There was one more really, really hilarious one. Oh, I had told someone to buy some new equipment, and this guy comes out with, find someone good with 3D printing. Many kids are now learning how to design and print in high school. My son prints custom cans up for the race team at school. You buy plates for over $100, or you can have someone print custom ones for around 30. You have to have like a high-end fucking 3D printer to make something that I would want to strap into my feet and do it. Like, I will look at someone's samples of things, but oh my God, that is fucking amazing. So, it's just what the fuck is this? This is the stupid. This ranks right up there with the guy that was like, you never sent me my sticker pack I wanted. My response was, you never sent me your address. It's kind of on you at this point. And his response was, you should know it. And I was like, I just magically know everyone in the world's address? This is the stupids. This is the stupids. But what really takes the cake, and I really want to talk to you guys about this one, this is a shitty rep. So last year, I reviewed 3 boards from a brand called Cockerel from China. They were knockoff Nitro shapes. They were a wood carver, a cheap Thrills, and something else. I can't even fucking remember at this point. But literally, the wood carver ripped off the shape, including the power pods from Nitro. They were straight up stolen molds. I showed them to the guys at Nitro, and they were like, what the fuck? So anyways, literally on I think it was the 3rd of March, 2020, I sent those boards back. He was like, and this is the email I got from this kid, Alex Ching from Toronto, that claimed he worked at a shop. I'll go into that. That plays into this story later. This gets really funny. But he's just like, hey, I just now completed a new return label for you through FedEx, so you have until March 14th if you need it. Please let me know if you have any issues. And I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. So anyways, where was it? On got all these emails here. So I was like, so I responded on Sunday, March 1st. I was like, got it. Boards will be going out probably Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending on snow conditions. We were expecting a storm. The alley that I live in was just so fucking clogged I couldn't get the car down to throw a board box in. It's just not worth driving down, fucking the car up. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And so March 2nd, so 2 days ago, out of the fucking blue, hey, Avran, hope you are well. Just wanted to follow up on the boards sent to you for testing. We have a student in BC that wants them, and we'll pay for the shipping from you to him. Are you able to arrange for that if I give you the contact details? A fucking year, and you're asking for boards that I sent out? What the fuck, dude? Did they not show up? So this sparks a bunch of questions in my head. Like, this does not compute, right? So I'm sitting here, and I'm like, this really does not compute. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't sit right. So, and so I respond with, those were sent back a year ago. And he's like, sent back to where? It didn't go back to the snowboard shop I work at. You guys didn't reach out to me about it. No tracking info or anything. You literally created the fucking label for me. Why would I give you a tracking number? You fucking have it. When I tell you it's going out, like the day after I email you, or 2 days after, you should just go, okay, it's probably out. I'll check the tracking. There it is. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I'm dealing with hundreds of boards coming through here. Fucking not that fucking hard, right? Oh, okay. And so I respond to, I put your label on it. I sent them. If you didn't follow up on them, that's on you. Now waiting a year later to come back and ask about them, that once again is on you. Get your shit together and stop bothering me. I'm giving him a harsh life lesson. I know I'm kind of a dick. I'm a dick. That's fine. I openly admit my dickisms. That's fine. I don't have a fucking problem with that. I am an asshole. I know where I stand in this world. But if you're going to be a rep for a brand or whatever, and you're going to pull this shit, you need to have someone fucking tell you harshly that you fucked up and not to bother them. A fucking year? Okay, maybe if a month went by, I'd let it slide. Pandemic hits. It happened 2 weeks after this. Okay, fine. 3 months. I would have given him probably till November to email me. He saw the fucking reviews go up. He knows they're there. Because I'll get to that in a minute because it ties in. So he responds, wow, dude, I used to have respect for you, but you really are a piece of shit. Why? Because I fucking called your ass out for whatever shiesty shit you're trying. Because in my mind, I'm like, what kind of fucking scam is this? And then he responds, and no, the Capita Kazoo is not comparable to the Nitro Beast. Get your shit together. It is comparable because the way the camber sits on those boards and how they ride very similar. Yes, the Kazoo is definitely a backcountry focused freestyle board, but it is stiff and it flexes and it drives just like the Nitro Beast. If you can't ride the Nitro Beast in powder, which most people probably wouldn't because it's a twin park board, but it's a snowboard and all snowboards can ride powder unless it's that Cheetah. That board was awful. But still, this has nothing to do with the conversation we're having, but he decides to lash out to me. And he's lashing out at me, and I was just like, wow, okay. So this is where I get really pissed off, and I hate having to waste fucking time on insignificant pieces of shit that work for shit knockoff companies that I did a fucking favor to. This is why I don't like trying out new companies anymore, because I always get bit in the ass. But anyways, I was like, actually it is, but you wouldn't know that because you've never ridden it. I don't even think you snowboard. Also, think what you want, but a fucking year after I shipped them out, you hit me up asking for them. I told you on March 1st, 2020 that they were going out on that Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on weather. I dropped off your knockoff nitros, and that was that. So nowhere in 12 months did you say to yourself, where is this package? Why haven't I seen this package? Maybe I should check on this package. I mean, logical fucking things, right? Anyone that would be looking for this would. Did you go in a coma, or did we have some kind of magical time warp that has taken us back to 2020 and I didn't realize it? Also logical questions at this point. I mean, if he was in a coma, I don't know. I mean, look at that kid in Britain that just woke up from a coma and found out about coronavirus. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay? So instead you wait a fucking year. Actually 366 days. So 1 year, 1 day to email me asking about it seems kind of fishy to me. I literally send and move hundreds of boards a year, and if anyone has an issue, they're usually on top of it in what can be called a normal time frame, not 366 days later. This is why I keep all my email threads so I can look back on when things were said. Not like I'm trying to keep some knockoff, stolen mold nitros with a brand that has zero relevance in snowboarding. Why would I do that? Doesn't seem logical. Seriously, why would I fucking do that? Like, you see the stuff I give away. Like, I'm not giving away fucking cheap knockoff shit. But logic really makes me question why over a year passed and just now I'm hearing from you if the shipment that you created got lost. You literally made the label for me. I printed it out, told you it would go out the 2nd or 3rd of March 2020. On March 1st of that year, here we are, March 2nd, 2021, and so I don't know what your end game is here, but it doesn't sit right with me. Now, going back to logic again, why aren't you looking up your shipping label and seeing what it says? After all, you're the one that created it, and you have a time frame of when it was dropped off at FedEx to go out. This whole situation is really dependent on you and has nothing to do with me as I lived up to my end. So, Alex is very pissed off at this point. He's like, first off, I appreciate that you replied, but why is it that you don't have a shred of human decency to answer politely instead of telling me to get my shit together and stop bothering you? I don't know, because it's been a fucking year and you can't do shit in a normal fucking time frame? Like, out of the fucking blue, I haven't heard from you. Now, mind you, like I said, I get hundreds of boards. All right? The Marhar stuff was some of the first stuff I got last year and some of the last stuff I shipped out. Right? Hadn't talked to Josh or Nate, the owners, in a couple months. Just got an email from Josh. Was like, hey, sending you a shipping label. Can you do it? And I was just like, yeah. Dropped them off that day because I just finished filming everything because obviously pandemic and everything. I wasn't being rude. I was simply following up since with the whole pandemic and all, I wasn't asked by the company to follow up. So I thought not to bother if they decided they didn't want them back. So if they decided they didn't want them back, then why suddenly a year fucking later are you hitting me up to send them to someone else in British Columbia when you're in fucking Ontario? That doesn't make fucking sense to me, right? Again, I'm just a liaison. It's not my company, and I'm not getting paid for it, so I just communicate when they ask me to help. You work for them in any capacity. You are a representative. You reached out to me. You fucking called. You cold emailed me to do this for you. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Don't know why my logic of messaging you a year later got your panties all in. Because it's not fucking logical. Like, what the fuck? Who waits a fucking year for this shit? This is like the most illogical thing I've fucking heard. Just a shame that you give zero fucks about anyone other than yourself. So that's normal for you to be an asshole in your replies. Yeah, I give total zero fucks about everyone. That's why I'm just over here stoking people out and giving shit away and doing this. Like, dude, I could go literally work for someone and not have to be the face of everything, and I could be fucking happier. But no, here I am trying to help people become better snowboarders. But I'm the fucking asshole. And I was like, my interpretation of the got it, boards will be going out probably Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending on conditions, was that you would be testing it out on snow those days since you said you were violently ill in prior emails. But hey, I guess I misunderstood and definitely doesn't sound logical to presume it is. I already told you that I had written them. I had just been sick for 2 weeks when I got the coronavirus. So fuck, which we found out after the fact it was coronavirus I had. Shit almost killed me. Now, going back to logic and human decency, all you had to do was to be clear and concise, saying something simple like, hey, Alex, I didn't like the boards, but I sent them back out using the return label you provided. How fucking hard is that? Clearly, for someone like you, very. I literally said I sent them back out, and you started playing 20 fucking questions, dipshit. Like, how many times do I have to fucking tell you the same thing? I mean, I get it. You might be fucking retarded. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Did a fucking chair fly off of a high-rise up in Toronto and hit you in the head? Because I know that influencer chick was throwing patio furniture off. Maybe you were the guy that got fucking hit. I don't fucking know. Maybe you were in a coma. You fucking retard. And by the way, not that you give a shit, but I own a Kazu and I've ridden the beast since I work at a shop. No one has ever seen you ride, so for all we know, you're just some dude reading specs giving you 2 cents. But hey, it's your word against mine, right? Yeah, because if I was reading spec sheet, I wouldn't fucking actually classify how things actually ride, you fucking idiot. Now, I'll go back to the shop thing because this gets really funny. Being an internet troll is all you will ever be good at, and that's why you need an ego boost from your YouTube subs. Thanks, guys. Because you will unlikely be anything more in life than what you are now, so keep up the good job. I bet you made your parents proud. Actually, my parents are very proud of me for what I have created. I will keep watching your vids because they are still somewhat informative, but just for future reference, it wouldn't kill you to be nice, or would it? Guess we'll never know. The fact that he's still fucking watching this shit makes me question him even more because he's clearly learning stuff. Now, to go back to the shop thing. So he's supposedly working for a shop in Toronto. So I contacted him. If I take this at face value, because I didn't verify it, they said that he didn't work there. He'd never worked there, but they did know him. And then they asked why. And I said, he's doing some shiesty shit. And they're like, we can tell him to stop. And if it's, and I was like, no. This is one of those things that's like fucking super, super fucking weird. So it's just super, super shiesty, right? Like this shit, he's running some kind of fucking scam, right? And that's just the way it comes across. A fucking year? And you want me to send him to British Columbia when before I sent him to Ontario? That doesn't make sense. So I gave him one final send-off. And this is hilarious. I was like, you're still responding, man, you really are on one here, aren't you? A fucking year and a day passed. Why the fuck would you let something go that long? Why? What kind of weird-ass scam are you running here? Because that's how it seems. Haven't talked to you in 366 days. No follow-up. No question of, did I send them after I already said they would be going out? This is solely on you. And yes, you are bothering me because this is something you should have handled 365 days ago. I'm devoting my time to have to even remind myself who the fuck you are or what boards you sent. Why? Because you and the brand you work for are forgettable. The only thing that stood out was the fact you literally ripped proprietary shapes tech from Nitro, and I had to go show and talk to them about it. I get there's a pandemic and some shit got weird, but these were sent 14 days, 2 weeks before this country or yours went into a lockdown. In that time frame, you didn't think to do a follow-up? Once again, this is solely on you. In the months after, nothing? I give zero fucks for people that can't take any initiative to do a simple follow-through. I did everything on my end of things and said, they will be going out on Tuesday or Wednesday. From there, all you needed to do, since you are the one that sent me the shipping label, So you should just go, guess I should check the tracking number. It's how I do things when brands send me stuff or I ship stuff to brands, customers, charities I work with. It's not that hard of a task to do, and you can even set up a reminder for it. I keep a written notepad of whom sends me what and when it needs to go back. You guys were taken off March 2020, not March 2021. Do you know how a calendar year works? I have a full email thread here I can read that goes through everything. Do you want me to put it in order for you? I get your butt hurt, your scam isn't working, which I still have no clue what your end goal is here. I get that you don't like the fact someone that knows more than you, rides more than you, and has done more for snowboarding isn't putting up with your shit. I did you a favor by riding these boards, and I'm really regretting that. You as a human are as big a piece of shit as the brand you are a liaison to. People like you are what ruins snowboarding and why I have no problem calling them out. Why? Because you won't be in snowboarding another year or two. You'll go off to a pathetic existence, and I'll still be here cleaning up any shit you fucked up. Keep watching. I suggest watch the live stream this Thursday. You just earned yourself and the brand you represent a nice topic of discussion. You are a part of the problem. Don't bother fucking responding. My time is precious, and I've given you and the brand you represent too much. I know that's a bit to take in right there, but holy fuck, what kind of fucking rep for a fucking brand that's trying to get into North America pulled shit like this, especially when you fucking knowingly rip off fucking proprietary shapes and technology from a brand. What the flying fuck, you fucking piece of shit motherfucker. Fuck you, you fucking lazy fucking kook. This motherfucker is why I hate people that come into snowboarding after the fact and try to talk down to me or try to act like I don't know what I'm doing. I've done fucking everything. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. Now, and fuck Cockerel Snowboards. Thank God no one's going to care because they're going to go out of fucking business. They'll change their name and they'll be selling on Amazon probably by tomorrow. I'm going to leave the fucking reviews up so maybe I can make back some money for the time I've put into this bullshit. But what in the flying fuck is this guy trying to do? This is some fucking next level fucking Dubai fucking prince in Africa. Fucking, we have a dead body. We need someone to be this person shit. Like, that's what it is. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. And I know he's watching this. So fuck you, Alex Chang. Fuck Cockerel Snowboards. Suck a fucking fart out of my fucking ass. Fuck Cockerel Snowboards. Suck a fucking fart out of my fucking ass. Fuck you. The fact that I had to even fucking call the fucking shop you claim you work at. Fuck you. The fact that I love the fact that they were like, if he's doing shitty shit, we can talk to him and set him straight. That was funny as fuck. You don't work in a shop. You don't fucking snowboard. You're just some fucking piece of shit. Suck a dick, you ass bandit. So yeah, that's where I'm at on things. Now let's take some fucking questions, because this shit pissed. God, I should show you some of the DMs I fucking get. Ugh. And if the connection goes unstable, it's probably because my computer's having a meltdown because I'm so fucking hot. This room's 100 degrees. Ugh. Okay. Anyways, if you're just tuning in, you got questions, get them in the fucking chat. I'm going to try to fucking answer them. Going to be here for hopefully another hour. We'll see. I need to drink some water. That was a long-ass fucking rant. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking heated. Fuck this guy. I fucking hope this ruins his chances of ever working in the snowboard industry. Fuck him. Fuck that guy. Fuck you, dude. I did you a fucking favor. So yeah, get your questions in. I'm going to try to answer them. Super Chat's get a spin of the wheel. You might be able to get entered into a future prize raffle giveaway, which we got some stuff coming up. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe so I can go over 19,000 subscribers. Holy shit. Okay. Where were we? I know I missed a whole bunch of shit here, so I got to scroll for a bit. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Got a little fucking heated. This is the stupidity I've been fucking dealing with all fucking week. Kill me fucking now. I'm going to try to get to all those past super chats. I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just on a rant. Okay, where were we? All right, we got Adam Hendrickson. I'd appreciate your advice on how to get back at Vail Resorts for their Epic Pass refund fiasco. I think I should quarantine for 14 days. They think I should quarantine for 14 days to short. So for anyone that doesn't know, on the East Coast, Vail basically said, even though Vermont's asking people to quarantine when they come in there, which Jonathan Buckhouse just fucking traveled there without doing it. They're not enforcing it, but it's called being a good person to try to end this pandemic so that we can get our lives back to normal, even though these no-talent ass clowns are fucking traveling around. Vail's saying that they're not going to honor the refund, and I was reading an article on it that was sent to me. This is Vail being Vail. Until there is enough fucking people complaining about it or threatening a class action lawsuit, they're not going to do shit. My suggestion to anyone that's getting fucked over because Vermont, like, you live in upstate New York, you live in New Hampshire, you live around there, you live in Massachusetts, you can't, you realistically can't go there because you're supposed to quarantine. And Vail's like, well, tough shit, the resorts are open, just break the violation. Fuck them, first of all. They're a horrible fucking company. They always have been, they always will be. Fuck Rob Katz, he's a douche canoe. Him and Alex Ching should fucking ride a chairlift off a fucking cliff. My suggestion, if you want to get back at them, there's a couple ways. One, never buy any of their products ever again, which is probably going to happen. Two, get a lawyer, get a class action lawsuit together. Three, start buying all their stock that you can so that you can call in on the shareholder meeting and scream at them. Stock's going to go back up. I mean, back in March, I told people, I was like, if you're smart, you buy Vail stock. I wish I'd listened to my own advice. Could have bought it at 125 a share. It's over 300 right now. You could have made money off them and then bitched at them as a shareholder and a pass holder that they are fucking unethically not living up to their end of their agreements on shit. So fuck them. They need to do this. So the other thing is contact as much media as you can and get people talking about it. Fuck Vail. Fuck them all, dude. I'm banned for life. I don't give a fuck. What are they going to do? Put another lifetime ban on me? I give a fuck. Suck a fart out of my fucking ass. I don't buy any of your fucking shit products because you fucking suck. And it sucks. It just sucks that you're in this situation, and so are a bunch of other people, that you can't travel to use the resorts that are close to you when you bought this pass, when they guaranteed that you'd be able to get a refund and they won't live up to it. They're not honoring their fucking agreements. And now they're trying to pull some shisty shit where they're like, well, no, that's not actually how you interpret it. Oh, so we're going with interpretation. Okay, well, how about this? How about I interpret the fact that you got a fucking dildo on your fucking Keystone Snow State camera? You know why? Because you take it up the ass. All of you fucking douchebag people. Either that or maybe they're gargling on it. I don't know. Just, shit like that. Like last year during the lockdown when someone hiked Beaver Creek and put that sign up about how they treated their employees, that's how they're treating their shareholders and how they're treating their customer base. The funny thing about Vail is, though, and this is true about any big resort company, is they think they get too big to fail, then they fail. And they can fail. And they will fail at some point. It's just a matter of playing the waiting game on it. But you have options on how you want to deal with them, so tell them to go fuck themselves. So, yeah. I'm sorry, it sucks. I was hoping we could all kind of have some kind of a regular season, but no, those fucking douche canoes over there can't do it that way. Just completely sucks. But I'm going to give you a spin of the wheel. Let's see where this goes. I really don't like the fact that gave you the middle finger, Adam. So I'm going to let you email me, info@angrysnowboarder, and I'm giving you a fucking sticker pack to make up for this bullshit because this is... Vail sucks, and even though I don't own any of their stock and I don't own a ski resort, I think it's bullshit that they're playing everyone. So I'm going to give you a medium sticker pack. So just email me, info@angrysnowboarder, Adam, and I'm going to get that for you in the mail. Oh, yeah, we got Trey McKee. Thanks for helping me make 2 purchases that I absolutely love to ride. More fun on the mountain than ever after getting on the new setup. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad I'm doing something for someone, because clearly I don't do shit for anyone if you read the stupid comments on my website. And remember to subscribe, people. Remember to subscribe. Fleet Riders, keep up the great content. Will Kevin ever carve it again? Us old dudes like the motivation. I haven't talked or seen Kevin in about 3 months. I don't even know if he's actually alive anymore. Like on Facebook, it shows up that his messenger is active and there's the green dot. That could be Alan just wearing him as a skin suit. I don't know. We want to do something in the future. After June, I'm taking a month off in June to do some family stuff and reevaluate some stuff. I'm going to be doing a huge push for the next phase of what I want to do over here and how to grow everything and to change the business model a little bit and bring some more people on and do some stuff. And how we're going to raise the money for that and whatnot. So will he come back? Maybe. We never cancel anything. It's like Ask a Black Snowboarder. Haven't done an episode in years. Could happen. You never know. We just sort of, we're like Twin Peaks. We might disappear for 27 years, 26 years, and then suddenly we come back on Showtime. And it's awful. Because let's be real, this content is horrible. Wash your hands, people. Wash your hands. And Jack Ripper wants everyone to know that Satan loves you. 666. Hail Satan. Ooh, next non super chat gets a spin. Let's see. I'm going to find a good one here. Okay, we got Jack Harrop. Hey, man, I have the IPP Hara 156 and a Rome Ravine 155. Two great boards. Looking to add another board to the quiver. My local shop just picked up Endeavor. Not sure if you've ridden the BOD, but dig it. Your thoughts? I have ridden it. The review of that will drop Sunday, actually. Will drop Sunday. That would fit in between your Haro and your Ravine perfectly. What I like about that board is, it's camber dominant with a little rocker in the nose, but you got that 3D shaping at the contact point. They mellowed that out so it's not as abrupt, so the board isn't loose. So it actually transitions a little more smoothly and fluidly from toe to heel. And it just helps with powder flow in there. It would be a great all-mountain freestyle board, realistically. Like, you could just go do everything with it, and then on pow days, you could ride your Ravine, or if you want a party board, if you're looking to jib and get soft preseason, you could ride that Haro, and you get you get entered into the contest. That's right. So throwing you into the prize drawing for a future date, which the prize drawing for a future date is going to be that PBR slush slasher at some point. And there might be other stuff going in with that too. So I'm going to put you in there, Jack. So, gotcha. And into the boot it goes. So, all right. And then Rob stays shredding. Top 5 boards similar to the Evil Twin. Did you not see the top 5 park boards? There you go. Right there. I'm feeling exceptionally lazy today. Pray to the altar of snowboarding that I get some sleep tonight. Okay. What do we got here? Colin Buchanan, I'm about to pull the trigger on a new board to complement a Nidecker Ultralight. Peregrine 58 is number 1 in line, but I'm thinking the Peregrine is going to be a bit looser and playful. Am I on the right track? It is not going to be more playful and loose. If anything, it's more precise and powerful. It's stiffer. At least, I haven't ridden an ultralight in a while, but the ultralight, they're going to kind of overlap too. If you're looking for looser and playful, that Peregrine isn't where you want to go. You'd be better off with a Jones Stratus or something like that. I'm going to go with that you pronounce this as Siobhan Leonard. My friend unfortunately went to Curated for advice. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. RIP for good advice. They wrecked her a men's Rome Warden. Of course they did, because they fucking sell it. She has a Capita Space Mountain Fantasy. Feet don't fit it well. Wants something all mountain. What would you recommend? So like a Solomon Gypsy, Jones twin sister, Ride Psycho Candy. The hell am I thinking of? I'm brain farting here on some stuff. Well, there's 3 right there. I think 3 is a good number to start with. We'll just go with that. Yeah. All right, Joe X, try my luck with a spin. Thanks for the show. All right, Joe, let's give it a spin. Fire cures everything. Except for this pain in my brain from the stupid comments I've had to read this week. I long for just normal days. Also, for anyone that's won sticker packs, bought sticker packs, member of VIP, all that stuff's been shipped out. For anything from last month's been shipped out. It's just running super slow. I've had a few people reach out to me. I just want everyone to know about that. Okay, Andreas, ego boost from one of your YouTube subs. Oh, I get a little pat on the back. Yay, ego boosts. As I've constantly been saying, I have nothing left to prove. I have a lot left to teach. Hopefully I taught that guy a lesson. Ooh. Person under you gets entered, so that is Luke TRC with the greatest comment ever. The Toronto dude watching the stream right now, listening to Avran rip him apart. Well, Luke, you just got yourself entered into the future giveaway, which I'm not sure when we're going to do the giveaway, but I got to come up with some kind of contest thing for it. So, yeah. All right. My boy Vincent Dude. No one else feels like the spleen is overrated. Avran beat Rona without it. I almost died 3 times from that fucking sickness. I've been close to death a few times in my life. Like literally from bleeding out from losing my spleen. I took a tree head on at 80 miles an hour in a minivan. I've been in 2 avalanches. Numerous other things. That was probably the closest I literally thought I was to death. I almost texted my roommate because that was the only strength I have to be like, get the car and take me to the hospital. Twice. And yet I still managed to beat that thing. I lost 15 pounds in 5 days. Corona ain't something to joke about. Some people, those of you that get it mild, yeah, good for you. But like people like me with no immune system, oh shit, fucks you up. I'm still having lingering effects. I lost a ton of lung capacity. That shit ain't coming back, I think. Like, I get winded, like, hiking up my stairs now. It's scary. All right. So, let's see what we got here. All right. Gaspard Yemerick. Hey, I'm a free rider on a Jones hovercraft. I want to progress my freestyle. Not park, but side hits, pillows. Considering the Black Snowboard to Death, Skunk Ape, T-Rise Pro, and Mountain Twin, what would you recommend? Instead of the Black Snowboard to Death, go with a Super DOA. I think that'll give you more pop the way you want out of that. That would be a good one. Mountain Twin is a solid option. The Endeavor Board of Directors, you could do like the Nitro Super Team as well. I really wouldn't bother with the Skunk Ape or the T-Rice Pro. Maybe like a TRS instead would be a little bit better. So there's some options for it. All right, Marco Purchase. Use the anger and spin the wheel really hard. Smash that motherfucking like button, bitches. All right. Vincent Telfer, when are you doing a review on the K2 Alchemist? I will be getting on the 2022 Alchemist if I get on one. Pretty much I finished all the 2021 stuff. I've got to film the Dinosaurs Will Die videos So that's 5. The Cafe Racer, the Cabin Mountain Twin, Peregrine, and I got to do 4 ride bindings. Then everything's filmed, and I'm just editing on Saturdays. Now you can usually edit somewhere between 6 and 8 videos on a Saturday before my eyes bleed. And then I've just been scheduling it. Like, this year's just so fucking off with the fucking pandemic. It pisses me off. Like, this shit should have been done months ago. So anyways, but I have talked to the K2 ride rep out here about getting stuff. So I'm hoping, actually I'm going to follow up with him this weekend. I'm hoping end of next week I can get some stuff from him. And then those reviews will drop in the fall. Unless you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, then they'll drop in June, which there's like 9 reviews already scheduled for June. So we're about a third of the way through June for reviews. Okay. All right. Ooh. Stephen H. Whistler Side Country Alpine, 190 pounds, size 10 boot, looking at either the Nitro Dropout or the LibTech Dynamo. Thanks. I'd go with the Dynamo. It's going to be a more damp ride, which is better for that heavy coastal snow that you guys get. It's just going to plow through that shit way better. The Dropout's great, but you're just going to notice that it gets too much chatter and it gets bucked around and chunder. That's why I would go with the Dynamo. Logan Terracani. I have a Never Summer Chairman. What should I get that's more playful? Looking at the Lumberjack and the Battalion Evil Twin, size 13 boots, around 250 pounds. I think the Lumberjack's going to be the best bet for you just because of your stats in there. I assume you're looking at the regular Lumberjack, not the Lumberjack X, which I prefer the regular Lumberjack. It's just more buttery in the nose and the tail. That's the one that I would go with. So, yeah. Okay. Yugal Kamel, what do you think of the Jones flagship 151 versus the Stratus 53 or a Karua board for well-rounded freeride board with an emphasis on carving? I have a Westmark Camber 150 for all mountain freestyle, 125 pounds, 5.5. Honestly, Stormwolf would probably be better if you did Jones, if you're really putting an emphasis on carving. But I think going to a Karua would make more sense. Like, they do have that smaller size dart. There's the transition finder. And I've got to throw Nidecker in there, like a tracer or an area. Maybe even a concept would work for you as well. So, yeah. Let's see. All right. Okay, Home Alone. Avran, looking at a new deck. I love riding the whole mountain like a skate park. What model Cockerel snowboard should I get? The butt plug. The Cockerel butt plug. It's made out of recycled snowboards that I shit on, and it lubes itself up with Alex Ching's tears, and you can put it up your butt. Okay. Corey Chan. I have a Nidecker Mosquito, I and the GNU Newzoid, and the K2 Niseko Pleasures. Too much overlap, right? Kind of. I should just spend the money to upgrade the Plebe Icon Pass and ride more. I would. In all honesty, like, I mean, they're all going to ride a little different, but they do the same purpose. I really wouldn't. I'd ride more, man. You know, I mean, I get it. Like, you're like, I got all these snowboards, but at the end of the day, dude, when I was a kid, I was just fucking happy with one fucking snowboard, and I could ride it for everything. Park, carving, it didn't matter. You just made it fucking work. We're spoiled these days. Timmy TT, are there any Japanese brands which you think would export well in the US and Europe, which don't currently? Seen a few brands such as Yonex being ridden but not distributed. I want to ride a Yonex super bad because they have crazy amounts of technology that comes over from their tennis racket division. But TJ brand would be one that I'd like to see more widely distributed. Death Label, I'd like to see it be distributed again. The Flux snowboards, I don't think they sell those in the US. If they do, it's very, very limited. But I'm really curious on how those would actually ride. If you ever go on zuzupopo.com and look at the Japanese brands, like there's got to be like 70 of them. Like there's just so many. I just sit there and I'm like, I want to ride them all. I'm just like, I want to ride them all. But what's that one? Is it Outside Snow Shapes or whatever it is, or Offshore Snow Shapes? I've talked to the owner a few times, and we just haven't been able to make anything work. But if I go to Japan, he told me to come by the factory or his shop. His shop. It's not a factory; it's a shop because they're artisanal. But he told me to come by and grab one, so I really want to go check those out as well. That's probably like one of the bigger ones. And I think right now with like you see what Karoo is doing and how things are. I think that these brands could actually make some inroads. The problem is I feel like they would start to oversaturate themselves. And like what you would need to do if you were smart is be like hit up like 5 shops. So you'd go like Northwest, California, Colorado, Utah, one or the two, if not that, and then you would do like someplace in Vermont, like Dark Side, and maybe like something in the Mid-Atlantic, and that's kind of it. Or you hit one place in the Midwest, so maybe 6 shops, and and you just be like, hey, here's the deal. We're gonna give you like 5 boards, just sell them, and that would be, and you don't oversaturate it. Like if they try to order more, you'd be like, no, that's the 5 you get. You'll have 5 more next year. Take a waiting list, and that's kind of how I feel that they should actually do that. And then that way it doesn't oversaturate it on everything because, like right now, I love the fact that Karoo is making more inroads here in the country. I love the fact that they reached out to me. We were able to get something worked out. We got to ride them. The boards ride phenomenal. I love the fact that my local shop, The Underground, carries them now, and they're selling through. But the big thing is like you don't want to oversaturate that market. You don't want to have like everyone just keep buying them for a couple years and then no one wants them after that. You're better to kind of limit things. I don't really answer that one. Ivan Drago, is Kevin someone's ninja suit replacement? He's not a ninja suit replacement. Super Creepy fan Alan Russell has said numerous times that he was going to make Kevin into a skin suit. Mainly that he was going to make his head into a cod piece and then give himself a nice Kevin vest because Kevin's kind of small and Alan's kind of robust. But I did talk to Alan today, and he didn't mention skinning Kevin, so Kevin might be alive. Eric Chan, why many people love Union? I bought Force POS binding and 2020 Atlas, which aren't much better. Still love my Rome Vice. Worth to get Katana? Honestly, no, it's not worth it to get the Katana. You got the Vice, it's the trickle down. If you're really worried about it, which actually I think it's got the old Katana strap, but if you want the new Katana strap, hit up their, you can buy the straps on their website, I think for $50. And if you do that, you've essentially, like, there's a few minor things that aren't the same as the Katana, but you're fine. I mean, I ride a Black Label, which is like, it's Black Label, Katana, Vice, and I've got a set of Vices sitting here. Fucking ride the shit out of these if I wanted to. I'm going to give these away at some point. But yeah, as far as why do people love Union, I think it was like at that time when they came out. I remember when they came out. It was the same time that Rome launched their binding line, and I chose to go to the 390s, and all my friends went with the Forces, and I think there's this like, it's the story of it, the people that run it and stuff. Do I think they're the end-all, be-all binding? No. I mean, I've ridden the Atlas, and I've got a set of Forces sitting here. I'm giving those away. I bought them. I bought these to review them, and they're a fucking binding at the end of the day, but there's better out there, in my opinion. And they'll argue with me, and I know they'll be pissed that I say what I said, but it's just like, dude, at the end of the day, a review is an opinion. I'm just a trusted person with an opinion. I get who that might be for, but I don't think it's a good binding. Like, that's just me, I think there's other stuff out there I'd rather ride. So, anyways, Eric, let's give you a spin. All right. Boy, fire's landing hard. I thought I recalibrated that thing. Okay. Igor K. Question, Rome Vice or Cartel X for a more aggressive ride? Board It's like more on a stiffer side, but not super stiff. Cartel X. You're going to want that Cartel X. See, the big thing is like you want something that's more aggressive. With the Vice, it's got that asymmetrical heel wrap in there, which I did an explain video on. So you're losing that power on the outside of the binding, so you get more lateral flex. If anything, you'd be better off looking at a DOD instead, because then you get the full wrap in there if you wanted to do Rome. But it sounds like the Cartel X would work fine for you. So yeah. Clancy McIntyre's the Capita Ultra Fear, a good all-around parkboard. If you're not hitting bigger jumps like anything over 25 feet, then yeah, it is. It's a little lacking on transition. It just doesn't have as good of an edge hold as it could. But if you're jibbing, buttering, playing around, riding like a small little Midwest hill, maybe you're hitting a 15, 20-foot jump, you're not really spinning above a 3 or a 5, totally be fine for you. Hawks fan, which hand should I slap my friend with that loves to ride his Gilson? Both of them. One hand on each ear. Miniature concussion inside the ear. Maybe then that'll fix the brain damage that's in there, or it'll fuck it up even worse, and then he just can't snowboard. Like, fuck Gilson. Seriously. Fuck that brand. Like, bringing out visual tools, because I cut one in half. I got to finish the explained video on this, but I want you guys to look at this. The core is not equal. It's not equal where they milled it for their fucking bullshit soft edge technology. And if you actually go on their website, which I discovered this the other day, they were talking about how they hand build their boards. Well, the dude is sitting there with a little belt router, and he's hand routing with no guide. He does like 3 passes on it. And I was like, there's no consistency. Like he's straight eyeballing it. And I was like, which is why this core is thicker on this side and thinner on that side. There's no fucking consistency to it. Like, what is this, 1994 and you're building fucking boards in your garage? Get your shit together. You know? Like, what? So. Let's see. Okay, we got some more super chats here. We got Joe X. I need a lot of bumper stickers, a lot of trucks. All right, Joe, let's see what we got for you, buddy. Ooh, person under you gets entered into the raffle giveaway for a future raffle, and that goes to Tyler Kim. DC Ply Opinions. I love the DC Ply. I love that board. For the price, it's one of the best bang for the buck, like slightly softer than mid-flexing park boards out there. I love the camber profile on it, the side cut. It's just a consistent board at a good price. It's not like riddled with all these bells and whistles and shit in there. It's just a really good board. And it's an underrated gem. It really is. So, yeah. Okay, Gnarly208. Dude, thank you so much for helping me pick out the TRS. I absolutely love it. Glad I could help. Glad I could help. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. Also, if you're looking for advice, you want to hire me too, you can go to angrysnowboarderstore.com and hire me to be your personal shopper, and I'll give you good advice. Woo. Next non-super chat gets entered. So who are we picking here? Okay, we're going to go with Jimbo 5631. Sprained an ankle a few months ago, now getting pain in the boots that are broken in, heat molded up the outside of my ankle. Tried C-bars, made it worse. Other mods you'd recommend, or is it new boots? Could be new boots. So it could be new boots, but the big thing is those C-bars and everything. You could have damage that's still lasting in there, and you don't know it, and it's just putting more pressure. The other thing is you might need to trim those C-bars down. Like, look at it and be like, is it a really big one? Maybe cut a little off on the backside, on the inside, and you just sort of minimize down where it's actually gripping in there. It could be sitting just on a point where you have that. You could also need to just remold your liner as well. So those are kind of the things. So yeah, Anyways, Jimbo, you're getting yourself entered into a future draw, so um, you know we're gonna give away one of those PBR slush slashers in the future here. We're gonna do a limited drawing on that, so yeah. Let's see. Gable Stapler 19, pairing a niche story with Nitro Phantom bindings for a fat guy with bad knees riding on Midwest ice. Sounds like a decent combo. Hell yeah, dude. Especially if you got bad knees. I love that air pocket in the Nitro bindings. It just dampens so well. The story, I mean, it's a more aggressive board just with its flex pattern, but the core is a little thicker on there, so it does dampen. And when you're in the Midwest, I mean, what are you riding max? Maybe, 600 feet vertical? Shit, yeah, just go fast, dude. You got this. So, yeah. Love Duffa. I feel like my Burton Genesis X aren't working with my feet. What bindings would you pair with the Yes Optimistic and Stranded Descender? Um, so I would look at the Nitro Phantom or the Team Carver, uh, Rome Cleaver, the Ride A10s, the Now Drives, the Jones. I think it's the Apollo is the slightly stiffer one, not the Mercury. It's either the Mercury. I always confuse those two, but those would be the ones that I would look at. So hopefully that gives you some options. All right, Carlos Enriquez, thank you for the recommendations for the season. I've never been into freestyle, but I found myself launching rollers and side hits a lot this year. I think everyone has. We're just like, fuck it, we're outside, let's have some fun. All right, well, Carlos, you know the drill. If you want them, you just won yourself a small sticker pack. All you got to do is email me info@angry.snowboarder with that address yet again, because you've won a lot in the past, and I'll get those in the mail. Ooh. Cool bidding. I'm 200 pounds and I have size 13 boots. Best board to send me to the moon off side hits and natural features. Nitro Beast wide or mid wide, that 57. That 57 will fucking send you to the goddamn moon. Just bang zoom, you're going. You know? So that would be like my number one choice. You might like the Ride Helix. I personally don't like that board, but you've got the weight and size with the boot and the wide that you could do it, or a burnout. Yeah, or the Libtech TRS. There you go. So I give you a few options with that one. Where were we? Matthew Everly, huge fan of my Solomon District soft heel cups. However, I am aware of the power loss in the heels. What all mountain freestyle bindings offer the same lateral flex? Union Strata, the K2 Lean AT, the Rome Vice to an extent, the Ride C8s also would kind of be in there for you. All right. Scott asks, Quiver Killer recommendation between a Yes Standard and the Mercury. I like to boost and surf around, stoke the foundation, got some love. Yeah, between a Yes Standard and the Mercury, I like to boost and surf around. You're going to get more pop out of the Standard, but the Mercury is going to be a little more loose and allow you to be a little more laid back. Since you put boost first, I'd probably go with the Standard, in all honesty. So. Ooh, lose a turn. Ouch. Uh, Lucas Strong, have you ever heard of pain on the outside of your front foot arch while riding? Only happens to me on a pow day and always later in the day after I've been riding for a few hours. Yes, I have. I've experienced it. I did it to myself on Sunday when I bruised my arch. So that can be a few things. It could be a lack of metatarsal arch support in the front of the foot. And so as you're riding all through the day, it's just putting that pressure on that outside of the foot. It could be that you're over cranking the boot at the start of the day. It could be that through all the riding all day and the vibrations, your foot is getting fatigued and you just need to release your boot. Like just pick a time, pop your boot, release everything, pull your foot out, put your foot back in, tighten it back down as normal. It could be that. It can be just the way your straps are sitting and in there, and the muscle is just getting fatigued as well. There's a lot that can be happening with that. So yeah. All right. So we got J News 7211. Do the Rome katanas pair well with the Jones Mountain Twin? Yes. Yes, they do. Matthew Beal, is the Rome mechanic worth a look for a cheap wide part? I mean, if you're looking for like the most bargain basement deal entry level, just gonna fucking break the goddamn thing. Yeah, otherwise bump your ass up to a gangplank if you're looking at Rome. Just trust me on that. All right. Ooh, this is a good question from Andrew Bailey. Can't decide on the best place to ride my skate banana. Fisher Price bouncy house or deflated kiddie pool? I mean, you might pop the bouncy house. Then it's going to collapse in on you and you got to fight your way out. You're strapped in that fucking horrible piece of shit. Whereas with the deflated kiddie pool, you'll probably just slip out, hit your head and die. And then, I mean, you're dead, so who really cares? But, the people that find you are going to point and laugh at you because you had a skate banana on your feet. Ah, man, that's a tough one. But you're dead. So, at that point, who really cares? I got to go with kiddie pool on that one. All right. Well, the person above you gets entered into the prize drawing for a future prize date. So, that'll be sometime in the future here. And that looks like it's Matthew Beal that's getting entered in there. So, at some point, we will definitely do a giveaway for that slush slasher. But right now, we're just stacking entries into that. Okay. Andre Gugurman, how come you don't review Burton boards? I've never owned one, but I'm pretty sure they make some good boards, and I'd love to see some no BS reviews I can trust. That means your reviews. They're hard as fuck to get because the rep force moved to Utah, and we're in Utah, and we're too cool for Colorado, even though we make up the bulk of their territory's accounts. And so that's an issue. I don't even know who the marketing person is. And anytime I hit them up, and they'll give me a list, and I give them the list, and then they send me one thing, and it's the wrong size. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's a never-ending cycle of this shit. So what I've been doing is trying to grab stuff from like Gravity, Underground, any shop that does it. We have a Burton store here on Main Street. I got to go talk to the chick that manages it or assistant manages it. Try to work a deal where I can come in and just grab stuff. It's pretty much just like, at this point, it's just the struggle of getting shit to do it. Like, would I ride it? Yeah. Do they make some good stuff? Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Like, I've had fun on some of their stuff. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's just like, if it's going to be a pain in my dick, why am I going to do it so much, So. Gnarly 208, Snowboard Pro eats dong. That's funny. That's just too funny. Ooh, what do we got? We're bouncing. Oh, middle finger. All right. Okay, Lewis Knox, thoughts on signal boards? Haven't ever seen or heard you mention them. Thanks, by the way, for answering my question about the GNU Rider's Choice C3. I got it and love it. Love that board. That's the best version of the fucking Rider's Choice. Actually, so we did a review of the WoW last year. So 2019. There's a review of the Yup. There's a bunch of stuff. It's just one of those brands. It's kind of harder to get stuff just with the way that they do things. I've actually got to email Mark Reniga about that and see if I can get some stuff from him. I really like the Yup. That's like my favorite. The Sierra is an amazing board as well. The WoW was okay. I want to try a Womp Eater. The boards are solid. They're built in a good factory. The boards, like, they know how to build a board. So don't hesitate on that. It's just sometimes it's like some of these brands, it's just a pain in the ass to get shit. And I'm like, am I going to go spend 3 days emailing back and forth trying to get something? Or am I just going to like call my rep that lives in Frisco and be like, yo, PD, can I come by and grab like 30 boards on my way to Copper? And he'll be like, fuck yeah, man. And then I show up and I give him a bottle of booze and he throws them in the back of the car. And then I don't talk to him for like 2 weeks. And then I show up and drop him back off, you know? Like that's how I do things. So, okay, jacked up. Thinking of adding Mind Expander Twin to my quiver once it's available again. Have the E-Jack knife and Slush Slasher now. Is the new Mind Expander a good choice in your opinion? I will be riding one tomorrow, hopefully. If not, Sunday. But I've got a 58 and a 54, so I got options to choose from sitting here. And, you know, I wish I knew a little bit more on that board. And I feel like it's going to be softer than your E-Jack, but there's still going to probably be some overlap there. But, yeah, I don't know. At this point, it'll be back in stock next fall, so the review will be out. So you could probably just wait for that. This is a good one. Crying. Are custom orthotics worth it over pre-made insoles like Reminds? It depends on the person and what you're going for performance-wise and what kind of fit you're looking for and what you absolutely need. Now, I've had custom ones made for me. I've made custom. I've made hundreds of custom footbeds over the years. Each one's different, and you know it comes down to how much detail. I tell people this though when I was making custom footbeds. I used to work at Christie Sports in the base area of Steamboat, so I would schedule my boot fit appointments for the morning, and I'd be like, "Hey, unless you're trying to get first chair, come on in." And they're like, "No, I'm not getting first chair." So I'd set them up. I'd do a bunch of work, and I'd tell them, I'd be like, "Here's the deal. I'm going to be here till noon. Then I go on a split shift. If you can make it back before noon, I'll stay and work on your boot, tweak everything, do what we need to do. If not, come back when I'm back at 3, 4 o'clock." And they're like, okay. So then I do the work, I'd get them, you know, and they'd be like in there trying them on, and they'd be like, okay, this feels pretty good. And I'd be like, feels pretty good? Like, you want me to work on it more, or you need to ride it? And they'd be like, I need to ride it. And then they'd go out and they'd ride it. And 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't come back because they were dialed. There's always that 1 out of 10 that would come back and you do a little more work, you grind, you shave, you do what you got to do, and you send them back out, and maybe they come back. And that's the big thing is you got to understand with a custom footbed, you might not just do 1 visit, 2 visits. You could do 5 visits. It depends on how fucked your feet are. I had a guy that, older gentleman, I think he was like 55, and he's like, I've been skiing since the 80s. My feet always hurt. I've tried this. He's like, I'm going to give you a shot with the custom orthotic. I worked on his boots 18 times. And at the end of that 18 times, it dialed it in. To the point that when I left Steamboat and came to Summit County and was working at Mountain Sports Outlet as their boot fitter, he flew to Steamboat, rented a car, because that's where he does his vacation every year, drove down with his son to get his son by me to dial him in. He also tipped me $200, which was fucking awesome at the time. But that's the big thing. It's like you and the fitter are going to have a lot of time together talking, figuring it out and stuff. And a boot fitter is only as good as the questions they ask and the experience they have. And like I learned all my stuff hands-on and did that. And like you go to someplace like Surefoot, they go to the Surefoot Academy and it's like, dude, those guys maybe have fit 5 boots in their life. you never really know. So you got to ask questions like, how long have you been doing this and stuff? And you got to build a rapport and work everything in. And so you can do that. But, for me, I've had customs. The Remines always work the best for me for some reason. They just hit right on the right spots for my foot shape. And that's why I go with them. But, maybe you're a shred soles guy. Maybe you're a sole guy, a super feet. Maybe you're a full-blown custom guy. It's one of those things like you can. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of trial and error, and I'm not working with you directly where I'm looking at your foot going, oh, fuck, we got to build you a custom, I don't do that anymore. I'm not making custom footbeds anymore. It's not my forte. I still have that skill set, and I know I could roll into a shop and do that if I wanted to, but it's not something I do anymore with customers, and I'm not like looking at it. I mean, I'm your local shop guy on the fucking internet. That's what I am. I talk on these live streams, and you guys, for some reason, find value in what I'm doing. I have no clue why. It blows my mind, and every day I think it's going to disappear. But that's where we're at with things. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope that helps steer you in the direction. And for anyone that's looking for boot fitting tips, I have the Boot Fitting 101 video series on here. So there's a playlist of that. I will be redoing that this summer at some point. And I will be doing a Boot Fitting 201 if I can find the time. I am taking the month of June off. I'm taking the month off. But after that, when I come back in July and stuff, like, I got things I got to do, and I want to bring that series back, and I want to expand on it and show you guys how to do it, because there really isn't a lot for snowboarding out there and boot fit. Like, it should be better, and it's not. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with things. All right. J-Rez, Karua is the reason the good ride can carve. You can carve that thing in your sleep. Spin needs stickers for the new board. Well, it's designed. Some of them are designed to steer from the back, so yes. Because everything steers from the back from him, because, he leans back and sticks his leg out. Ugh. Fucking kooks. All right, well, you know the drill. If you want it, you got it. Everyone's getting the stickers. Also, there will be new stickers coming out with new logos. Hopefully after this weekend, I'll have the new logos finalized. But we are making the just because we both ride snowboards doesn't mean we will be friends sticker in multiple. There's multiple designs. There'll be a big bumper sticker, medium bumper sticker, a little square bumper sticker in that one. That one I'm really, and I kind of want to make one that's like, are you a snowboarder or a person that snowboards? And we got that. So got that going, kind of like a 70s theme on a lot of stuff too. So there's some fun ones coming out. So we got some new stickers. All right. Okay. And then we got Lee Alex. Keep it up. Ooh, you lose. Ouch. Gnarly to it. Who's waiting for the Fuckhouse Bennett Pro Camp porno? Nobody, I hope. Oh my god. Somebody sent me one of the funniest exchanges with Buckhouse today, and you can just see, like, that dude is egomaniacal. Like, his whole life is about ego stroking, and it's all about who's looking at him. Fire cures all, and fire would cure that porno. I just... Dude, you got to be in the middle of a pandemic to travel that much and try to be like, say you're an ambassador at Goodwill to snowboarding and you're going to change the snowboard industry and keep traveling and go to states where you're not getting tested, you don't have the vaccine, and do that. Like, you got to be the biggest dickhole. Like, yeah, I would have loved to have traveled this year. Like, it would have fucking been great. I fucking bought a bunch of passes so I could if I needed to, but I wasn't that asshole. Like, I got into it with a guy because he was pissed off that I blew past him on the way to A Basin today. I'm sorry, dude. You got a Ford Ranger with fucking slick tires, and you're from Texas, and you're doing 20 in a 45, and it's fucking to the point people are passing you on a blind corner. I'm gonna flip you off. You want to come talk to me about it? Okay, come talk to me. Oh, well, what the fuck? You think you're better than me? No, I know I'm better than you. That's why I passed you. because I have a car that does this, but I also only traveled 14 miles to get to the resort. Where the fuck did you come from? That third world state we call Texas right now? Go fix your fucking plumbing, asshole. Like, what the fuck? It just blows my mind. It's like, every time we start to get ahead so we can end this fucking thing, people do stupid shit. It's like, we common sense. It's just like, if we had common sense. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks being in a pandemic. I get it. I get the frustration. I feel really bad for everyone over in Europe that can't ride. I hope that shit gets better. I hope that we get to where we need to fucking be. But, like, we've all got to do our fucking part. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? But to go back to the fuckhouse thing, like, just the level of entitlement. And I love how every argument with him suddenly becomes, you're just jealous of making money. I'm not jealous of you. Good for you. You're making fucking money. Good for you. Like, fuck yeah. But you do stupid fucking shit and give bad advice. And you make snowboarding more kooky. Like, we need to know. Like, you know? We need to bring back gatekeepers in snowboarding. That's really what we need to do. And people, like back in the day, they used to just take me behind the shop and beat my ass when I did stupid shit. Now you can't do that. It's child abuse. He's not even a child. But one of the statements he said was, like I kind of want to read this exchange, but I don't know if I'm allowed to because this person sent it to me in confidentiality. So I don't really want to do this, but it's just like, I mean, it's just like, it's just the stupid, like he says stuff like this. Also, to attack the way someone makes money when clearly you live off your daddy is hilarious. I bet he owns the phone you're writing me on. Oh, sorry, lacrosse didn't work out for you. Why are you like? Maybe he paid for his phone. What do you care if his parents are more well off than your parents were? Like, what the fuck is that shit? You know, I got friends that are fucking trust funders. I got friends that fucking own Ferraris and shit. They don't rub it in people's faces. But they will call out someone that is like not a pro snowboarder claiming they're a pro snowboarder. I just don't get it, you know? Like, this is another one that he said, I feel really bad for you, man. You're going to have to sit back for the next 30 plus years and watch me take over snowboarding. Nothing you say and do will stop it. I'm 100% sure this isn't the last time I will hear from you, and I cannot wait for the next conversation. Talk to you later. Take over 30 plus years, dude. You're 31 or 32. You're going to be 62 and making vlogs? Like, I'm looking to retire in the next 7 years. I can't keep this up. You can't keep this up, especially at the rate your dumbass keeps concussing yourself with your floppy ass noodle board because you don't understand edge control and then you don't fucking take time off to heal. I got 23 concussions. I can tell you right now, I was a hell of a lot smarter than you ever will be. And I got issues. Like, you're just going to make yourself dumb. You're having your second kid now? Like, what the fuck, dude? Just be humble in the fact that you get to make money off snowboarding. That's fine. You're not a pro snowboarder. And I love how his fan base always defends him. And they're like, he's a fucking pro snowboarder. Well, by your logic, I'm a pro snowboarder. When I dropped that one, you're not a pro snowboarder. And I was like, I literally get fucking paid to ride new snowboards, to tell people to buy new snowboards. I mean, if that isn't the definition of a fucking pro snowboarder, I stoke everyone out. I'm selling a fucking lifestyle here. But at the end of the day, I'm not a pro snowboarder. I'm just a snowboard reviewer. I don't even like saying professional snowboard reviewer. My brother likes to put that title on me when he introduces people to me. He'll be like, this is my brother, the professional snowboard reviewer. And they'll be like, oh, how's that working out? And I was like, I don't know. I probably make more money than you, but like, if that's where we're going with this, I don't know. Fucking just like, be fucking humble about it. Cool, dude. You get to go out and film a shitty-ass vlog, which, like, I mean, you're on the same level as Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You're fucking trash TV. You're fucking Big Brother 47, man. You're, like, Married at First Sight, Australia. You're a fucking snack. That's all you are. You're a fucking snack. Own it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. At the end of the day, you ride a board that's 6 centimeters too small for your fat ass. You fucking eat shitty food. You're a shitty human. You don't give anything back to snowboarding. You push shitty, inferior fucking products. Like, and that's it's like just fucking give back, man. For everything that you fucking take and it's given you, you don't give anything fucking back. I know what snowboard's giving me. I mean, dude, at 10 years I didn't pay for any gear because companies just give it to me. Fucking bought more snowboards this year than I probably would have bought over 10 years. I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 snowboards right there that I bought to give away. Oh, wait, 5. I forgot that Cafe Racer is probably getting given away. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of bindings I'm giving away that I bought. 2 of them at full price. Other 2 I bought off the rep. Like, I just don't get it. And all these people, it's just like, I'm not. And the best is like his fan base is like, you're jealous of him. I'm like, what am I jealous of? I get to ride on my terms every fucking day. When I was 16 years old, someone asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And the only thing I said was, I'll go snowboarding. And they were like, what's that mean? And I was like, I'm going to go snowboarding. And they were like, well, what about? And I was like, I'll fucking figure it out. I always do. And that's it. And my mom was joking about this with me. She's just like, you always said that you were either going to go skateboarding or snowboarding. And when it was snowboarding, it was snowboarding. When you went snowboarding, it was just like, that was it. And I was like, it's my fucking favorite love. I have so much passion for it. That's why I get angry about everything. That's why I get fucking heated about douchebags like Alex Chang and fucking Fuckhouse and all this shit. Like, you don't give. You don't understand it. You don't care to learn it. It's just a medium for you to take from. Like, I mean, if you had a plot of land that was biodiverse and had endangered species, but there was oil, you would fucking frack it. I know you would. Like, that's it. I mean, this is what we're dealing with, and it's the fakeness of these people. That's what bothers me. I was like, I'm an asshole, but I don't hide it. I'm a huge fucking asshole. So yeah. Oh, this is great. I was just told I can actually read the full exchange from Buckhouse, so this is good. So you read the first one. So Homeboy sits back in. Yeah, I hate watching your videos because it blows my mind. Kids think you are a ripper, but in reality, skid turns and butter a board softer than my flaccid dick. Congrats on being Outdoor Master's first pro kook. Laughing my ass off. Have a good life. You know, he says the whole 30 thing. He's like taking over snowboarding. He's such a naive fuck. Snowboarding doesn't know your shit. And before you take over the world, learn how to square up your board slides and make it to the end of jibs. Oh my god, yes, right? Fucking soggy ass presses and fucking coming off 6 feet. Like, dude, I come off features early. I know, I fucking own it. I am a shitty fucking snowboarder when it comes to riding. The only thing that makes me different than most people is for some reason I have this uncanny ability to ride a board and know exactly how it's going to flex and how it drives, and then I can just break it down. That's it. Like, the thought of me ever going pro died February 25th, 2002 when I ruptured my spleen and got airlifted. After that, I was just like, I'm fucking done. And I got no knees, got spinal compression, my brain's fucking fried. I don't get it. Just be fucking real, dude. Just own it. You want to make vlogs about how much you get to go ride? That's cool. And you got an audience base? That's cool. You're a professional vlogger. Own it. Own it. There's nothing wrong with that. Casey Neistat's a professional vlogger that thinks he's a filmmaker. I don't think of him as a filmmaker. I think of him as a fucking professional vlogger. That's like it, you know? I'm like, just, huh? What? This is the whole thing. But yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that exchange that he had there, whether the person antagonized him or not, that's the true colors that I actually get to see when no one's watching him. And it blows my mind. Like, he caters all his shit to kids, but then he'll talk shit to kids when they call him out. Like, I love it when kids talk shit to me because they're kids. They think they're being big and bad, and they got to play poke the bear, and, you know, you got to push the older generation. But when I was coming up in snowboarding, it was, you did respect your elders, but you knew where to push them and stuff, and they would teach you and set you straight, and then you did it to the next generation. Somewhere in there, there's a generation, and the funny thing is, there's a 6-year gap, I think, in age, 6 or 7 year gap between me and Fuckhouse, and in there, it's right around that time frame in snowboarding where there's like this weird generation that just doesn't get it, and the entitlement is there, and you're just like, what is this? I don't get this. And that's the thing. It's like, it's not jealousy. I'm not jealous. Like, cool. He's got more subscribers. Cool. He gets more views. Cool. He makes a bunch of money on YouTube, and that's like his sole thing. Cool. I got like 9 revenue streams. I might be buying a trailer park. Thought about buying the Ferrari, and then I thought, hey, wait, I can buy a trailer park with 3 trailers? That's 8 bedrooms. $500 a bedroom? The mortgage on that's only $1,600? I'm going to pull in like $1,400 a month. It's an extra $1,400 a month I got coming in. You know, like, these are the things I look at, like business side of things. But, you know, like, just own what you are. you're a very below average snowboarder. And I say this as someone that did team building for brands, who has done repping, who has found people for reps, who has done this. He's not good enough to be my D-list pick for a regional rep on one of the worst companies. He's not that good. And that's just where it is. Just give back. And don't give back that kooky shit because some brand gave you 100 pairs of fucking $3 goggles. Like, you know, it's like, what? I don't get that. And this goes back to my whole thing of like, I have nothing to prove, but I have plenty to teach. I've hit that point in my life where I realize I got to teach some more people. Like, I look at the younger generation that was under me that I grew up with and how good of friends they are with me. And there's other younger kids that I've helped in snowboarding and where they're at, and I'm proud of them and what they're doing. And I'm glad. And I see how they, what I've taught them, are teaching that to other people. And I'm like, okay, this is my legacy. You know, this is what good. You know, I'm doing some good here, and that. But it also goes back to, I won't make you better at snowboarding, but I'll make you a better snowboarder. And there's a distinction there. It goes back to the whole people that snowboard and snowboarders. There's nothing wrong with being a person that snowboards, and there's nothing wrong with being a snowboarder. And people that are snowboarders can eventually become people that snowboard, and people that snowboard can become snowboarders. But it's like, there's that definition in that line. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to be a snowboarder for the rest of my life, unless something freak happens and then I freak out and move to LA, shave my head, and start writing movies for the Asylum for the Sci-Fi Channel. Sharknado 27? What? I'm on it. Already got ideas for it. Yeah, that's right. Snow croctopus versus avalanche snakes. I got this. I can write that script. I got this. That's my future. But yeah, this is the thing. You know, I go on these tangents when we live stream, and I hope this builds some of the community. And that's what I'm at. I'm like, I feel like we're building like this weird online community, and people are realizing that, and we grow it, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I want to do that, and people will come and go. And I know people aren't going to like me. That's fine. I don't care. I don't like myself half the time. It's fine. Get over it. I am who I am, though. What you see is what you always fucking get. I'm not over here fucking trying to con you into something. Like, you know, I've had a bunch of CBD companies hit me up, and I do use CBD, but they wouldn't send me any samples to test. And I was like, you want me to promote this, but you won't let me test it? If I can't test it, I'm not going to promote it. It's like the reviews. I ride what I ride, you know, and then I review it. Yeah, there's no video of me riding. I don't like riding around with a pole, because you know who rides with poles? Fucking skiers. Am I a skier? No, I'm a snowboarder. There's a fucking difference there. I also ride alone a lot of the time. Like, I was supposed to meet a friend today. He ended up having a headache and didn't come up to ride, so I just fucking rode around at the basin by myself. I'm also doing that. I mean, if we hadn't had coronavirus, I was going to do like these little meet and greets where we could ride, and I'm working on something with Christie's. Once the person that I'm supposed to be dealing with gets back from having coronavirus, we're trying to figure out how to integrate what Christie's has with me. And I talked to the guys at Powder Tools about this. But what I want to do, because Powder Tools is on the base of Steamboat, so many people have icons, and I could do this at other Christie's, but I think Powder Tools would be the flagship, is I'd like to get a few of the reps to come up and bring up stuff for people to demo, and just have demos for you guys, and I'll be there, and we'll get everyone set up first thing in the morning, and I'll go out with like some kind of riders, and we'll go do this, and then, you know, I'll dedicate some time to like beginner intermediate riders and keep it mellow and just go out and ride with everyone. And that's what the, you know, just kind of build the community aspect of that thing around there. And that's kind of where I'm at with things, you know, like, I'm not saying I'm fucking perfect and shit. Like, I'm a horribly, fatally flawed, evil person in my brain. At least I think I'm evil. I don't come across for some reason. Fucking shit in my head. But yeah, so that's that's where we're at with that. But I'm gonna take a few more super chats and answer a few more questions, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I've been here for 2 hours. So we got my boy Billy Ray Valentine. It's almost Slush Slasher season, folks. R.I.P. L Stackers Adventures. Rest in peace, L Stackers Adventures. R.I.P. J Raz, will you marry me? Oh, David. Wash your fucking hands, guy. Wash your hands. Joe X, do you need storage wax if you keep your board in the house? If so, what would be a good brand to use? You know, the only reason I would use storage wax is if, even if you're storing it in the house, you have humidity. And just that's because you're going to seal out the humidity on that if you cake the edges and stuff, so you don't have to worry about surface rust on there. I mean, the big thing is when you're storing a place, just keep it in someplace dry and out of direct sunlight, because you will get sun fade on the graphic. Or I haven't seen it in years, but I worked at a shop and we were selling the Mikey LeBlanc Ride Pro model with the pit bull on it. We had it in the front window for the fall. I mean, it was in the window for like 2 months. And the way the sun hit, it faded half the graphic, but it also twisted the board because it got so hot it bent, which I've never seen a board do that, but it actually like twisted it. So it wasn't like the camber was off on it and shit. So you can have those things happen. All right, Joe, let's give you a spin here, bud. There we go. Is that bouncing back? Nope. Smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. Yeah. So, anyways, take a few more questions, answer some shit, and yeah, go from there. Let's see. All right, we got yellow backpack guy, spin for Slim. Oh God, Slim. R.I.P. Hellstacker's Adventures. May he rest in peace after the ass reaming he got and got banned from here. All right. Alan Poon. So angry. Will you consider yourself as the snowboard boots version of Al Bundy from Married with Children when you were boot fitting? Dude, I have seen a lot of thankles, cankles, and bankles. Now, a cankle is one thing. And then when you get the thankle, that's the thigh to the ankle. That's a whole other world of boot fit. But when you get the bankle, that's the butt to the ankle. That's like a fucking redwood tree. I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. Ooh, guess I'm getting a free meal tonight. Fuck yeah. Oh, God. Slim?
Tell your man in the chat, I don't need any spins. Keep your fucking spins to yourself. I need my child back. You understand? I fucking hate you. I love you, Avran. I love you.
Do you? Wouldn't be a live stream without Slim Whitman, everybody. Let's see. All right. Tucker Hardy. So many boards I want to try. Do you know if anyone has tried to make a service that ships you different boards each week with return packaging, etc.? Signal did that at one point, and someone else did it. The problem is the insurance liability, because you're considered a rental shop. It just jacks the price on that. The better thing to do is most shops at any good resort, like if you go to Gravity at Copper, you pay your demo fee. Steve or John or Haley or whomever's working will straight up tell you and be like, oh yeah, if you don't like it after a couple runs, come on down. We'll swap it out with something else. I mean, you can try like 3 boards. Underground will do that. Christie Sports will do that. Powder Tools will do that. You know, any shop that's worth a damn that has a demo thing, they'll let you swap out midday. Especially, it's great if they're like in a base area, so you can just be like, go up, crank out for an hour or two, and be like, I'm not feeling it. Come back, swap out to something else, go out and try things like that. But the whole send and receive thing, it just becomes such a friggin' hassle for a lot of brands too. The other thing is you got shit getting damaged and people like hiding it and stuff. It's like, smash the like button, people. Matthew Beal, $5 for I know I'm better than you. All right, then. Everyone should know they're better than me. I'm a pile of suck. What we got? Oh, reverse spin again. Ooh, pray to the altar of snowboarding. Youngers just got here. Sorry if this has been answered. You think you're going to get on the Mega Mercury soon? I'm trying to track one down right now. Capita, like a lot of places, just don't have as many demos for people like me. I'm hoping to get one. The big thing is if I can get one now before the end of the resort's closing, which will probably be May, I'll ride it. Then any members of Angry Snowboarder VIP in June will start seeing the written reviews, and then it'll come out in the fall. So I've been hammering everyone that's like might have one at any shop and stuff, and be like, hey, can I grab that? Can I grab that? Can I grab that? So eventually, yes, I think I'll get on it. If I don't get on it this season, I'll get on it early next season, hopefully. Michael Anderson, forgive me for my sins. Just got the Arca. I've only ever ridden 15-15. Would you usually look to change your stance? I guess I should at least try. Stances are all personal preference, but I ride 15, -12, and that's what I've been riding for about 3 seasons. But I mean, when I was a kid, I rode, God, at one point I was riding like 27, -24. You play around with them over time, but I find like it's funny, like the crew boards, they suggest you narrow your stance, move it more progressive. When I do that, it throws my hip out and I can't walk. But when I ride 15, -12, 21.5 wide on everything, that's just what I'm used to. That's how I know how it's going to react. That's how I ride everything. And I've had people argue with me and be like, you need to do this way, and this way. And I was like, or I could just have consistency across everything I ride. You know, it's personal preference. Do what you got to do, you know? And hey, welcome to the pod. Well, all right, Michael Anderson, you just won yourself some small sticker pack right there. So, you know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder, and I'll get those in the mail sometime, probably this weekend. Let's see. Oh, this is a great PSA from the Wolf. Suckhouse sent me this comment. Dude, I am a pro. I'm a famous snowboarder who snowboards for a living. Sorry to tell you, but you and no one else can stop me from taking over the game. Okay, by that logic, I'm a pro fucking snowboarder too. Not gonna rub it in anyone's face because I don't give a fuck. You're not pro, Buckhouse. Fuck. Let's see. All right, I think we're catching up on stuff here. Let's see. Okay, so we got Matthew Everly asking, is it just Keystone being Keystone, or has there been a mass spawning of Mongo pushing Neanderthals this season? That has to be a Keystone thing. I haven't seen that anywhere else. That has to be a Keystone thing. But then again, Keystone is like the fucking asshole of Summit County, and it's like a reverse asshole, so it sucks farts in. So it's sucking all the shit from the world right into its asshole right there. So I'm not surprised. Okay, Chris Kokolas, hey, from Greece. Thanks for educating us all, Angry. Well, thanks for being a part of everything, guys. This one's for you, Chris. Ooh, we're going to enter the Shred Foundation into the giveaway, which, you know, last time they won my personal Rome Warden, so, you know, you guys are competing against a charity that gets underprivileged kids up on the hill snowboarding and then teaches them careers in snowboarding and makes them snowboarders. It's a fucking vicious cycle over here. Adrian I. Is Adidas done making boots? They're carrying forward. This year they carried forward everything, and I think they still have stock because I guess next year there's still some shops are getting stuff supposedly, but they are done. They're just fucking done. Okay. Let's see. Tear Skid, I heard a rumor that all resorts like Vail are going to buy up all the East Coast mountains. First off, do you think this is going to happen? Also, do you think they would get rid of the local season pass? No, they wouldn't get rid of the local season pass. They would have like an East Coast pass. They're not going to buy them all. They bought key targeted demographics because they're trying to get people from New York City, Philadelphia, DC, to an extent Atlanta, and basically anyone that can fly to Colorado. That's where they make all their fucking money. The whole thing with these big mega passes, if you actually look at like where they buy the resorts, it's to target key demographics that will travel and are more affluent so that they can drive that traffic to Colorado, to their flagship resorts where they own the lodging, the restaurants, the stores. It's this quadfecta of things. They legally can't buy every resort on the East Coast. It would be considered a monopoly. They would get broken up. I mean, when Vail bought Breckenridge, they used to own A Basin, like outright. They had to sell A Basin. So that's why A Basin was on the Epic for a while, because it was part of an agreement, but A Basin was a private entity. And that's the thing, is like, because they would have had a monopoly with 3 resorts in the county. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay. Coffee Espresso says, I love you, Arvin. I will live in the trailer park with you and breastfeed our baby, Kevin LeFeber. Sadly, I think he would. It'd be like that old Jim Carrey skit from Mad TV where they were parodying The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That's what that guy would be like. Ooh, reverse spin again. Wash your hands, you filthy animals. Okay. G-Money, currently riding a Typo, looking at the Rome Ravine or the Ravine Select. How does the flex of the Typo compare to both Ravines? The Typo is closer to the regular Ravine. The big thing with the Select is you get a little more power out of the tail just because of the way the carbon is laid up in that. I mean, from the nose back to the front to inside the front foot, it's almost identical, like to the point you're splitting hairs. It's from the middle of the board back. You notice that difference in there. The Ravine Select, if you were looking at something from the Yes lineup in terms of flex, would be probably, to a point, it would be like a cross between the Standard and the Optimistic in there. Okay. Chris Kikulis, I have gambling addiction. I want one more spin. All right, buddy. Here we go. Fire cures all. All right. Well, I've been here for 2 hours and 18 minutes, so let's take a few more questions, and then I'm getting out of here. So, all right. Let's see. What do we got here? Charles asks, hard boot setup or dedicated split board boot for the backcountry? Kind of depends where you're going with things. I mean, I would have a dedicated backcountry boot if I could, something that's actually designed for skinning. So, like the Jones boot or the K2, what is it, the Concept or Aspect or whatever the fuck they call it. I think Ride even has one. And that's kind of the way I would go. But remember, the best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. And maybe you do need to go to a hard boot set up for skinning, although at that point, you're not really snowboarding. You're just mono skiing. Just remember that. Okay. Howdy, it's David. Pour one out for Nico today as it's 3-4 has just about passed and Trump has not retaken the throne and had AOC executed. Oh my God. Mueller's still going on this fucking shit, dude. Someone get him psychological help. He needs a neuropsychologist to see if he's got brain damage from that last concussion. Fuck. And wash your hands of that filth. Nick Moore Davis, Orca versus Super Pig for trees and off-piste, or if neither, what do you recommend? Actually, both of those would work well. Ask yourself what camber profile you want. And because, like, with the way the Super Pig is with that rocker into the camber, you're going to get more pop and snap out of it. The Orca is a little more playful, but they added the HP construction, which stiffens it up a little bit. That's really what it comes down to. So yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah, so 2 hours, 20 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes. We're going to call it a day. I'll be back next Thursday. Hopefully next week I'll have a video outlining how we're going to give away this 156 Rosinal sashimi that I've got. And we might also throw in a 149 Rosinal after hours for the ladies. So we're going to try to do something for those giveaways. That's going to be the March giveaway this one. Don't forget also on Instagram, we've got the Angry Turns contest to win a set of Union Atlases. So post up your best photo of you making a turn and use the hashtag Angry Turns. And I'll be picking a random winner on the 18th of the month for that one. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here, you want to support us further so we can grow and do other cool things, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here. I got a video over there that explains it so much better. Also, if you need help shopping for snowboard equipment, check out the personal shopper on angrysnowboarderstore.com. And for anyone that won sticker packs today, make sure you email me, info@angrysnowboarder, with your address. That way, even if you just email me, I know that you want it, because if you don't email me, I figure you don't want it, so I don't send it, even if I have your address from VIP. So let's do that. As always, guys, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.